in cruelty and neglect. Every day, our team works tirelessly to save them. A gift of just £2 a month will help us do even more. Answer more calls, rescue more innocent animals, and provide more life-saving treatments. But today, animals are suffering terrible abuse and neglect. Help us save them.
He's just been left tied up, I think. Poor thing's got no hair on him. He's in a terrible state.
Today, please call 0800 121 4228 or text TODAY to 82727 and give £2 a month. That's 0800 121 4228. Thank you.
This is NDTV, and you're watching NDTV 24/7.
Hello and welcome to the World Report with me, Arjun, Samar, Mahendran. Let's take a look at what's making global headlines this Tuesday. First and foremost, let's get you the latest coming in from the West Asia conflict. You see, US President Donald Trump has said that the newly planned talks with Tehran are in fact the last chance for Iran to forge a deal and avoid an escalation of US strikes across the country. Trump, speaking at the Oval Office, said he expects negotiations that will reopen the Strait of Hormuz and create a pathway for Iran to address United States' concerns about its nuclear program. It will begin in the next day or two. On the other hand, Tehran says something totally contradictory in nature. Meanwhile, here's a report looking at the sheer confusion pertaining to the entire situation in the region.
Wanted to give this a last chance. This is a last chance.
The signals from Washington and Tehran couldn't be more contradictory. US President Donald Trump says Iran has one final opportunity to sign what he called a good document. He claims Gulf allies pleaded for one last diplomatic push, prompting him to once again hold back military strikes.
The leaders have been friendly with a lot of them, almost all of them, one way or the other, and they all wanted to give this a last chance. This is a last chance. This is not something that, if it doesn't happen, this is a last chance for them to sign a good document.
But Tehran says that's simply not true. Iran's foreign ministry insists there are no negotiations with the US. Instead, officials say they're only speaking with Oman to create a temporary safe shipping corridor through the Strait of Hormuz.
We are not currently holding negotiations with the United States. Our talks are with Oman and are focused on reaching an understanding on a route that would allow shipping traffic to safely pass through the Strait of Hormuz.
A tanker was reportedly attacked off the coast of Oman recently, raising fresh concerns over security in one of the world's most critical oil choke points. So, are back-channel negotiations underway, or is public diplomacy masking private disagreements? For now, Washington says diplomacy is alive. Tehran says there are no talks. And with every contradictory statement, uncertainty in the Gulf only grows. Bureau Report for NDTV World.
Stay with the region where Mohsen Rezai, he's a senior advisor to Iran's Supreme Leader Mojtaba Khamenei. He said Monday that Iran would target any and all US warships that try to impose a different route than one the Islamic Republic has defined for ships crossing the Strait of Hormuz. Rezai said in an interview with Iran state media, and I'm quoting him here, he won't allow the second corridor to open. Even if the US, deploy warships, we will target them. He also warned of targeting US ships and bases if the country continued the naval blockade on Iran. Listening.
کوریدور دوم رو به هیچ وجه ما اجازه نمیدیم. در تنگه هرمز
در تنگه هرمز کریدور دوم باز بشه. حتی اگر ناو هم بیارن ناوشو میزنیم.
Meanwhile, daily life continued in Tehran Monday as regional efforts pressed forward to end the conflict between Iran and the US. Now, just days earlier, another major escalation had seemed imminent. However, President Donald Trump said Sunday that he had decided to hold off on ordering new US strikes against Iran at the urge of Gulf allies Qatar, Saudi, and the UAE. Shifting our focus to Eurasia, Russian planes dropped 8 powerful glide bombs in a span of just 90 minutes in residential districts of southern Ukrainian city of Zaporizhzhia, killing one person and wounding dozens of others, regional chief Ivan Fedorov said Monday. Meanwhile, Russia has used glide bombs to smash Ukrainian towns and cities since it invaded its neighbor more than 4 years ago. That's in 2022, by the way. The weapons, meanwhile, are Soviet-era bombs retrofitted with guidance systems and can carry up to 3,000 kilograms or 6,600 pounds of explosives, leaving huge craters, as you see on your television screens. Ukraine has no effective countermeasures against them as of now. Here's more.
Є загибла жінка, на жаль. І ще одну жінку змогли витягнути, її викинули на кришу від зриву. Зняли з криші та надали також першу домедичну і відправили до машини швидкої допомоги.
Meanwhile, Pakistan's fragile ruling coalition is showing fresh signs of cracking. In the latest Pakistan People's Party PPP chief Bilawal Zardari Bhutto, he's launched a scathing attack on Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif's government over the recently concluded Pakistan-occupied Kashmir elections. Bilawal Bhutto has accused the ruling Pakistan Muslim League Nawaz of the PMLN of large-scale rigging, violence and voter intimidation. Addressing party workers, Bilawal Bhutto issued a direct warning to the government, declaring your countdown has begun. The remark is being seen as the strongest indication yet of deepening tensions between the two coalition partners, raising fresh questions over the sheer stability of Pakistan's ruling alliance. 2 people have died in the cyclospora outbreak in Michigan, marking the first deaths confirmed in the U.S. related to the microscopic parasite. State health officials announced the news Monday, adding that both people had underlying health conditions that may have been impacted by the intestinal illness and dehydration. Cyclospora infects the bowels and commonly causes diarrhea. People can be infected by consuming fruits or vegetables that were exposed to feces-contaminated irrigation water.
Earlier today, the state announced that for the first time that there have been 2 deaths related to cyclosporiasis. And whereas that's obviously a tragedy and we're sad for the families that are affected, we should also note that there have been over 11,000 cases in this outbreak, and we have only had 2 deaths in patients that are clearly medically fragile.
Stay in the U.S., where wildfires in eastern Washington state forced the evacuation of 60,000 people in the Spokane area while destroying at least 600 homes, businesses, and other structures. The fires in and around Spokane, the state's second largest city, by the way, burned about 8.2 square miles or about 21 square kilometers over the weekend and were in fact among dozens of wildfires across western U.S. that stretched the ability of federal, state, and local agencies to the max. A total of about 390 square miles or 1,000 square kilometers has burned across the state, and some of the fires, including those in Spokane area, have not been contained. Water-dropping planes and helicopters continue supporting hundreds of firefighters battling a major wildfire west of Athens on Monday. Strong winds returned to southern Greece late Monday, pushing flames into mountain home clusters, destroying farms and property and closing a highway. Areas surrounding Athens remain at high risk through the week, with temperatures set to rise even further. More than 1,000 people, meanwhile, have been evacuated from around the seaside resort of Porto Garmeno and other areas west of the capital, including more than 250 rescued by boats from beaches in the area. Heavy rain brought flooding to parts of North New Jersey on Monday as storms move across the tri-state area, downing trees and swelling brooks and other bodies of water. In Westport, New Jersey, a visibly swollen Paxac Brook made area residents nervous and forced them to move their cars from one apartment complex. Residents said they've historically had to remove their vehicles to avoid getting stuck as the area historically floods. Days after tens of thousands of migrants crossed from Morocco into Spain's northern African enclave of Ceuta, families on Monday kept searching for their loved ones. Although most of the migrants returned voluntarily by Friday evening, young men continued to stream back across the border Monday. Waiting on the Moroccan side were anxious families hoping to be reunited with sons and relatives who had made the crossing and went untraceable. Here's more.
جيت هنايا في باب السبتة كنشوف ولدي من نهار الجمعة وانا كنتسناه ونسمع الخبر ديال راه حلو في سبتة وشبار وزاد وانا دابا كنتسناه في باب السبتة وباقي كنتسناه ما عنده لا اخبار لا والو في هاد الساعة.
Japan needs to adapt to the new methods of warfare like drones and AI used in Ukraine and Middle East and strengthen its defense industry, the government has said. Japan has bolstered its military capability and spending in recent years and has started deploying long-range cruise missiles as a deterrent to China's military activity. The almost 600-page defense paper adopted by the cabinet this Tuesday reiterates that China is Japan's biggest strategic challenge. Japan is alarmed by the growing presence and frequency of Chinese warships in the Pacific Ocean. A judge in Honduras ruled Monday that former President Juan Orlando Hernandez, who recently returned to his country after a Trump pardon for drug trafficking charges in the U.S., will not be jailed during his trial for fraud and money laundering. Speaking outside the courthouse, Hernandez said he had returned to face what he describes as politically motivated charges after U.S. courts dismissed the drug trafficking case against him. The 57-year-old led Honduras between 2014 and 2022 before being extradited to the U.S. on drug trafficking charges after leaving office.
Enfrenté la justicia de Estados Unidos y regresé con la Corte de Apelaciones de Estados Unidos diciendo que en efecto no había ninguna causa y toda quedaba anulada. De igual manera, el juez Castel decidió eliminar los cargos.
Meanwhile, we now take you to Peru, where foreign investigators continue to work formally identifying the 13 victims of the weekend plane crash involving a tourist flight over the Nazca lines. The German and Italian consulate said Peruvian authorities informed them of the crash. Both consulates confirmed the identities of the people aboard the aircraft, notified their families, and are working alongside Peruvian authorities, which also confirmed the death of 7 Italians, 2 Spaniards, 2 Germans, and 2 Peruvian crew members. Here's more.
Recuerden que el proceso de identificación tiene diferentes fases. La identificación médico-legal, que se complementa con la identificación de antropología, de ontología, eso va a ser cotejado posteriormente también con la identificación biológica molecular, porque se va a realizar un examen de ADN para homologar eso. Los restos ya han sido recogidos el día de ayer, todo siempre bajo supervisión fiscal.
And well, we'll be right back after this short break. Stay tuned.
It's probably just heartburn again.
It's probably just too much screen time.
It's probably fine. I beat my personal best.
It's probably just me being a bit out of shape.
But what if it isn't? It's time to get some midlife clarity. Fast, affordable services, supported by GPs. Book your scan or health check now at vistahealth.co.uk.
For such gentle souls, working donkeys in the Middle East lead terribly hard lives. For such trusting animals, donkeys are too often abused and exploited. These sensitive, loyal animals often suffer the cruelest pain. And now, conflicts in the Middle East have seen donkeys terribly injured, malnourished, and in desperate need of care. The cost of medications has soared, but there is something you can do. Please call Safe Haven for Donkeys on 0800 144 5802 or go online and give a life-saving gift of just £2 a month. Safe Haven for Donkeys is dedicated to transforming lives in Gaza, the West Bank, Israel, and Egypt. Your gift means our mobile vet clinics can provide emergency treatment for injured donkeys. We heal wounds and ensure donkeys aren't suffering. We also work with local communities, helping them to look after and cherish their donkeys. You'll help us make sure there's always a place at our sanctuaries for abandoned or injured donkeys who have nowhere else to turn. Please call 0800 144 5802, text SAFE4 to 84902, go online or scan the QR code and give just £2 a month. Help save a donkey's life today.
An exciting few hours ahead for postcode lottery winners as they find out how much they've won.
Oh my god. Thank you so much. Thanks, Mum and Dad. Thank you.
A share of £20.2 million must be won in Postcode Lottery's September draws. So sign up by midnight on the 31st of August. Is your door in the draw?
Someone's knocking the door.
Deborah, stop horsing around. Let's play Zebra Bingo. With branded bingo rooms like Fluffy Favourites Bingo, Deal or No Deal Bingo, and Clover Rollover Bingo. And more classic bingo games than you could shake your tail at. There's over £6.5 million in bingo prizes to be won every month on the Bingo Network. Come on, let's play Zebra Bingo.
What seems settled for me is unfinished business. So I rewind, I pause, I reflect, I dig, until what's buried stands up to be counted. Breaking ground, not just headlines, the meaning behind them. This is Breaking Ground with me, Vedika Sood.
21 days in Kashmir. People have bombarded me, friends, with requests for an unfiltered list of things I saw and observed on the ground. Very special ground report from the line of control. There were some children who've lost limbs in the shelling. They're now India's smallest, but possibly the most powerful crime family. Cough syrup has killed at least 25 children. Gaikwad sahab, aise mat kijiye. Suddenly people are wondering about the weaponization of India-Pakistan cricket. We live and breathe elections. You will not believe your eyes or ears when I show you what I'm about to do. And for a country that has fought so many wars in the mountains and at high altitude, we're standing on the Indian Navy's newest warship, the line of control, Shivarur, NDTV. If it matters to you, 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 it matters to India. It matters to India. It matters to India. It matters to India. And it matters to me. And it matters to me.
India Matters with Shivarur, only on NDTV 24/7.
This is where the future shows up first. Conversations with the biggest names in tech and AI. Putting tech through its paces. No fancy jargon or spec sheets, just what matters. If it's shaping the future, you'll see it here first. The Tesla Model Y. This is Tech 360. Real talk, real reviews across the NDTV network.
Welcome back, viewers. You see, India's Commonwealth Games campaign in Glasgow, it ended with a rich haul of medals. The champions were welcomed back home to a rousing welcome, needless to say. From boxing all the way to para-athletics and even judo. The athletes who flew the tricolour high are now looking ahead to even bigger challenges. NDTV caught up exclusively with the medal winners as they arrived here in India. And here's what they had to say about their performances, their emotions of standing on the podium, and of course, what's next in their journeys. Take a look.
हमारे साथ लवलीना बोरगोहेन है और ओलंपिक चैंपियन, कॉमनवेल्थ मेडलिस्ट और पहला कॉमनवेल्थ मेडल और प्रमोद सर हैं, जनरल सेक्रेटरी। सर, सबसे पहले लवलीना, आपके लिए पहला मेडल है, पहले ये श्योर हो गया था, कितना बड़ा संतोष है आपको?
बहुत ही ज्यादा खुश हूँ मैं, क्योंकि पहला कॉमनवेल्थ गेम्स मेडल है मेरा। लास्ट 2 कॉमनवेल्थ गेम्स में मेरा मेडल नहीं था, तो ये मेडल मेरे लिए बहुत ज्यादा बहुत मतलब बड़ी बात है कि मैं इस बार मेडल ले पाई। और हाँ, थोड़ा एक अफसोस है कि मैं गोल्ड नहीं ले पाई, बट मैं सिल्वर में भी बहुत ज्यादा
नहीं, आपको अफसोस करने की जरूरत नहीं। मैंने आपको 2018 यूथ में भी देखा है गुवाहाटी में, और उसके बाद लगातार आप सबसे ज्यादा कंसिस्टेंट बॉक्सर हैं। तो ओलंपिक्स एक और आ रहा है आगे, वो माइंड में है?
जरूर। 28 का ओलंपिक ही मेन टारगेट है। उससे पहले एशियन गेम्स भी है, वर्ल्ड चैंपियनशिप है, हर एक कंपटीशन बहुत ज़्यादा इम्पोर्टेंट है। तो ओलंपिक तो है ही, वो तो मतलब अल्टीमेट गोल है, बट उससे पहले अभी एशियन गेम्स है, उसके लिए ज़्यादा।
सर, प्रमोद सर, क्या वजह है? ये 2 वजह बताइए जिसकी वजह से ये टर्न अराउंड हुआ। आप बोल तो रहे थे, लेकिन मुझे भरोसा
नहीं। देखो, एक तो हमारा ट्रायल होना, असेसमेंट से ट्रायल में आना हमारे लिए बहुत बड़ी अचीवमेंट हुई है। अगर ट्रायल नहीं होते तो शायद हमारी ये परफॉर्मेंस नहीं आती। दूसरा, मैं लवलीना के बारे में कहना चाहता हूँ कि हमारा ओलंपिक में फिर से मेडल रिपीट करेंगे। डेली इस तरह से परफॉर्मेंस जो है इनकी इम्प्रूव होती जा रही है। जिस कंडीशन से आई है, बहुत अच्छी कंडीशन, इनका सिल्वर भी गोल्ड के बराबर है।
बिल्कुल। तो ये रोई तो नहीं?
नहीं।
क्या सेलिब्रेट किया?
अभी तक तो ऐसा सेलिब्रेशन नहीं हुआ है,
बस तो मीठा खाया होगा अभी तो।
अभी ऐसा कुछ सेलिब्रेशन हुआ नहीं है, बट हाँ, मेडल जीतने के बाद ही सेलिब्रेशन तो होता ही है कि
क्या किया? डांस किया, रील बनाया, क्या किया?
नहीं, ऐसे सेलिब्रेशन नहीं किया। स्वीट वगैरह हाँ, थोड़ा सा तो खाया ही है। थोड़ा वेट कंट्रोल।
कौन सी मिठाई पसंद है ज्यादा?
मिठाई मुझे ब्राउनीज पसंद है।
क्या बात है। चलो, wish you all the best. Keep shining, keep doing well.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Bye.
Taylor Fritz ended a 13-month wait to lift the ATP Tour trophy on Monday, beating Spanish 19-year-old Rafael Jodar in a rescheduled final DC Open final. Jodar, who currently sits a career-high 15th place in the world rankings, saved 4 of his opponent's match points in the 10th game of the second set and even had a break-back point. But Fritz eventually held serve to close out a 7-6 to 6-4 victory. World number 9 Fritz, he'd lost in 4 successive ATP Tour final appearances, 3 in this year alone, since winning the Stuttgart Open and the Eastbourne International in June 2025.
It's always going to be like a bit nerve-wracking, a bit of pressure when you're serving for a title. I almost felt like him taking the timeout helped me a little bit, just to like fully calm down and like be very like composed when I stepped up to start serving for the match, and obviously started the game really well. Good serve, first point.
Callum Turner, Monica Barbaro and the cast of One Night Only walked the red carpet Monday for the film's New York premiere. The romantic comedy follows Arjun and Ali, played by Turner and Barbaro, as 2 strangers whose lives repeatedly intersect on the one night each year when premarital sex is legally allowed. In the film, the couple find themselves searching for something more meaningful than just a fleeting encounter, as chance keeps bringing them together throughout the evening.
Immediately we sat down with Will in his office, and within 15 minutes we were vibing and it came off the page pretty easy. We had this process where we were rewriting scenes with Will and finding jokes to put in and honing, and that continued throughout the filming process until the end. So,
Actor-musician Ariana Grande, she's announced that she's stepping out of the spotlight for a break after she finishes her Eternal Sunshine tour. Due to the ongoing public scrutiny, the Wicked star has also dropped out of Stephen Sondheim's West End revival of Sunday in the Park with George, where she was also set to star alongside Bridgerton star Jonathan Bailey, reported the People's Magazine.
Singer was supposed to star alongside her Wicked co-star Jonathan Bailey in a production of the musical Sunday in the Park with George. Empire Street Productions said that she will no longer be part of the show. A representative for Grande told People magazine that she'll be taking a step back from visibility after she completes the Eternal Sunshine Tour. Grande previously expressed discomfort with public conversation around her weight.
I think we should be gentler and less comfortable commenting on people's bodies, no matter what.
But between the release of her new album Petal, recent breakup from Wicked co-star Ethan Slater, and her ongoing tour, there's been a rise in conversations that some fans online say are necessary. Empire Street Productions said, "We know this cannot have been an easy decision, and she makes it with our complete understanding and support. Sunday in the Park with George will open next summer as planned, and the Eternal Sunshine Tour will wrap up in London on September 1st.
Well, viewers, with that, it's time we step into a short break. News and updates, they continue on the other side.
Some people think life slows down in your 50s, but I've got a few rounds left to go. And I don't want my lot to have to worry about funeral costs. Let them spend their money on nicer things. So I decided to learn more about over 50s life insurance from Cover Today. Cover Today are the only over 50s life insurer with no waiting period, unlike other insurers who could make you wait up to 2 years for full cover. With Cover Today, you're fully covered from day one, and you're covered for the whole of your life. Plus, unlike other things in life, the price never goes up. Go online or talk to their friendly UK team in just one phone call.
Cover Today are the only over 50s life insurer with no waiting period and no annoying trips to the doctors either. Plus, you get your choice of a £125 gift card.
Now I'm with Cover Today, I can get on with something much more interesting.
To find out more about Cover Today, call our friendly UK team on 0800 380 0060 or visit covertoday.co.uk.
With Virgin Media, get smooth, lightning-fast M125 broadband for under £24 a month. Suddenly. And no setup fee. Plus, claim up to £300 towards your early exit fees when you switch to us. Visit virginmedia.com.
We know that living with diabetes can make daily life a challenge, and we're here to help.
I felt very low with the diagnosis and very lonely as well and embarrassed.
I think people don't necessarily realise the impact that being diabetic can have on you and the amount of extra decisions you have to make a day through carb counting every single thing you eat.
Day-to-day living with diabetes is really difficult. So Diabetes UK has made my life easier every day.
If you're struggling with the everyday challenges diabetes can bring, maybe it's time to become a Diabetes UK member. Call 0800 035 7601 or go online to become a member. And for just £5 a month, you'll get a welcome pack and a practical guide tailored to your type of diabetes, and a copy of Balance magazine 4 times a year.
Balance magazine has been very good in giving me tips to manage my diabetes on a day-to-day basis.
Plus regular email updates with the latest diabetes news and special discounts.
One of the things I was recommended to do was exercise. What motivated me was my love of dance, and I got that back.
Join a community that really understands. Call 0800 035 7601 or go online to become a member for just £5 a month.
I would recommend Diabetes UK to anyone with diabetes. Join up, become part of a community, get that support that you need.
Alright team, our new order show is ready. Now we need a promo. Something cool, something sharp.
Well, I'm sure we'll be having outstanding reviews, solid suggestions,
expert advice, the latest trends. It's a lot simpler. We'll help people make the right auto decisions. It's got the cool stuff, geeky stuff, serious stuff, all of it, so that you can discover, decide and drive. I'm Siddharth Sharma and I am your Automate.
This is the show where we bring you all the hot and happenings from the world of entertainment and lifestyle.
Really?
Fashion that made you gag. Films that made you fangirl. Art that made it to the gram, and trends that kept us with the program.
Let's get it.
Hello and welcome to a brand new show. I am your host Mayank Chaudhary, and this is Limelight.
From interesting tech startups to industry-leading companies, politics, sports, culture, curry, cricket. Oh, there's so much to talk about. Like me, if you too thrive on interesting conversations, this is a show you cannot miss. Watch this space to know more about all matters and all people that make Britain what it is today. Out of Britain, with me, Radhika Iyer.
Hello and welcome to the World Report with me, Arjun, Samar, Mahendran. Let's take a look at what's making global headlines this Tuesday. First and foremost, let's get you the latest coming in from the West Asia conflict. You see, US President Donald Trump has said that the newly planned talks with Tehran are in fact the last chance for Iran to forge a deal and avoid an escalation of US strikes across the country. Trump, speaking at the Oval Office, said he expects negotiations that will reopen the Strait of Hormuz and create a pathway for Iran to address United States' concerns about its nuclear program. It will begin in the next day or two. On the other hand, Tehran says something totally contradictory in nature. Meanwhile, here's a report looking at the sheer confusion pertaining to the entire situation in the region.
Wanted to give this a last chance. This is a last chance.
The signals from Washington and Tehran couldn't be more contradictory. US President Donald Trump says Iran has one final opportunity to sign what he called a good document. He claims Gulf allies pleaded for one last diplomatic push, prompting him to once again hold back military strikes.
The leaders have been friendly with a lot of them, almost all of them, one way or the other, and they all wanted to give this a last chance. This is a last chance. This is not something that, if it doesn't happen, this is a last chance for them to sign a good document.
But Tehran says that's simply not true. Iran's foreign ministry insists